The goal of the Ronald McDonald CareMobile is to really rethink what we mean by a medical home. The care is now existing outside of the hospital setting, outside of the clinic. It's a care system that is accessible, that is family-centered. If you're having issues with transportation, issues with finding the time off of work because you're working 2 or 3 jobs, all of a sudden those barriers are broken down and your child is going to thrive as much as any other child in this community. And that is so important. Our community does better when our kids are getting the health care that they deserve. We are hoping to serve the parents and their children that aren't able to really access healthcare in the traditional sense. We know that low-income families and the families that have trouble with transportation are also the families that we know are higher risk of lead exposure, are least likely to get their vaccinations, are least likely to get the important information to help prevent things like infant mortality. And so what we're able to do is provide the healthcare system that they want and that they deserve.
One of our patients was a 6-month-old whose mother's insurance had recently lapsed. So she found where we were, came to our site, and we were able to provide them with the care that they needed. Her mom also had a lot of concerns about SIDS, so we were able to help provide education on that aspect and kind of help give her the reassurance that you would need when you go to your doctor's office. And we saw a family at Vincent Village. They were new to the area, still didn't have access to care. 2 of the 3 siblings were all out of their asthma medication, and so we were able to provide them with actually a nebulizer as well as to send medications to the pharmacy for them to be able to fill. Then we also helped the mom kind of get established with one of the pediatricians in the area. In some of our communities we go to, we found that they don't have the VFC vaccines, which is something we carry on the mobile unit. So they're very grateful that we come to those areas and provide the VFC vaccines to their children.
When a child is able to walk into this bus and then step out about 15 minutes later, they are going to walk out a much healthier child. So we're going to make sure that they are hitting all of their milestones for their fine motor, gross motor, speech, and importantly, personal social development. Any of those screens that we detect are a little bit off, boom, we refer them right into the therapies that they need. But in addition to all that, we're going to screen for lead, we're going to screen for anemia, we're going to make sure that they have fluoride on their teeth, we're going to make sure they're vaccinated. In total, after they leave this bus and get all the health education and services that they need to grow and thrive, they're going to be able to be healthier, which we know they're going to have reduced risks of going to the emergency room, they're going to have higher developmental scores, and by the time they're able to hit the school system, or if they're in the school system, they're going to stay in school more, they're going to do better in school, and it all starts with staying healthy.
So as a nurse practitioner, I'm thankful for the opportunity to provide care to patients out in the community who otherwise would not have access to care.
I feel better going home knowing that kids are a little bit healthier, that parents feel more confident in their parenting skills, and that overall, if I can make a little bit of an impact when they're younger, maybe they're going to do better in school down the road. Maybe they're going to live healthier lives. Maybe we'll prevent some serious morbidity and disease. If we have healthier children, boy, that's a healthier future for all of us. We should feel invested that as a community, we're raising children to be as healthy as they can. And that's what makes me excited about living in Fort Wayne, working for Parkview, and having a resource such as this to make the impact that I think it really is going to do.
If you'd like to get the CareMobile to come to your site, you can visit our website at parkview.com/CareMobile.